Hello and welcome to Songwriters Round. I'm going to get a second impression, second review and reaction from even Kyle. How you dudes doing today?
All right.
I'm I'm tired, honestly, but I'm gonna push through it anyways.
Yeah, I'll second Eve on that. I've been up for at least 12 hours by now. So,
Seems
and
to be a
it's
recurring theme.
yeah, it's 3:30 my time when we're recording this for perspective. So,
Yeah.
I don't want to get into a huge political discussion, but there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, and so that
oh,
was sort of
you
stuff to
think?
write about. I wrote this song, and this is very fresh, and it's called "Peace Is the Way." So give me your thoughts after I play this song for everybody.
Yeah.
Here we go. Like everyone that lives to see times like these, I want to make my fortune. I'm swimming upstream against the breeze. I'm going nowhere. Spinning my wheels, I learn how it feels. True desperation. Price is climbing all the time, and I feel I'm no one. I just need peace. Peace is the way I need to breathe. Peace is the way I need to see. Peace is the way. With everyone divided, the wealthy excited about the conflict. Young people volunteer, having no fear, to fight the bad guys. Then they discover when they're undercover, there are no good guys. War is a racket paid for by our taxes to enrich the wealthy. We just need peace. Peace is the way we need to breathe. Peace is the way we need to see. Peace is the way. Before we annihilate each other, we must discover we are the same. We just need peace. Peace is the way we need to breathe. Peace is the way we need to see. Yeah! Peace is the way. There is no way to peace. Peace is the way. And that's my newest song called Peace is the Way. What do you all think?
I think it's pretty well developed already. To be honest, I mean, there's some really colorful chords in the verse. Very
Yeah.
colorful. I mean, like a bit. What is it? A B minor 7 flat 5. That is
Mhm.
like,
And then I
oh,
added
that's
E
an
on
ugly
top of it.
chord. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that chord. Half diminished seventh chords are gorgeous.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. No, for sure. It's just like I mean, like dissonance. I love dissonance, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, that chord choice especially was very tasty. I always like that because it's like an inversion off the G, like a G9 chord. I like different choices for vocal harmony because that really did a good job of highlighting different sections of the verse and things like that. I like the chorus, starting with the E, and then going, like the CFG kind of thing. Forgot the specific order, but that gave when I saw those chords, what I was expecting it to sound like, it didn't quite sound like that, because I was kind of following along with the chord sheet and reading ahead, like, because I've read chord sheets a little too many times in my life. And so it was nice to get some irony, as I'm listening and going, oh, that's not what I thought that would do. Oh, hey, I like that.
Cool.
And the solo was really cool too. I was trying to place like a time and place that the song could fit in besides today's world too, because that's a pretty universal, anti-war message, and it seemed, I was trying to think, some of it kind of reminded me, and it might be because of the saxophone, remind me a little bit of something that, like, if it was more punk, it would, I shouldn't say more punk. If it was punk, it would, it fit very well in the 80s, like kind of leading up to the Gulf War situation and some other times and places. And that was kind of fun because the song provoked that imagination and that idea of, hey, can this be transported? Could you put this in a sonic suitcase and take it to another destination? And that's another good test of a song besides whistling, the whistle test that we talked about before and things.
Yeah, Reason was really my friend on this one because
I
it just
recognize the
started out
cajon.
with that cajon loop
Yeah.
from the Dr. Rex, and it had all the nice little things that I needed to vary it just enough. And then so I just put on that verse loop, and I just let it run while I wrote the lyrics, but I wouldn't allow myself to touch my guitar until I felt like I had a full lyric. And then I was already sort of kind of developing a tune, you know what I mean, in my head. So then it just kind of just boom, it just happened within maybe half an hour. But once the time I grabbed my guitar, but yeah, and just punctuated the cajon a little bit so that it fit. It sounded a little bit like a drummer could have possibly maybe played it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, it definitely kept it rhythmically together. The flowing nature of the chord changes between the different parts, it was very, very natural.
Yeah.
I've been trying to decide if I wanted to like either just maybe just leave this like kind of a duo version, or if maybe make a full band version with like bass and drums coming in at some point and like a choir, but like I also kind of like this version too, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I kind of feel like a stripped down duo version of it should exist.
Yeah.
So yeah, choir. Yeah, I was also thinking about it in terms of my own music and injecting some of that flavor because the vocal interplay was like, huh, I never thought of that.
And in what respect, what regard?
Well, like multiple voices and different like registers. I mean, I guess I've done harmonies before, but not like 3, 4 part harmonies. I'm like, wow,
It was
okay,
three
that,
part. So the melody's on top,
yeah,
and then there's two other notes in each chord. So I just filled in the other two notes underneath, nearest chord tones.
of
Yeah.
course,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. I'm just like, okay, that's something I need to explore more, and even more so, like in terms of this you presented today. Yeah, no, like that kind of like encourages me to explore that area a little more.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
that's always the funnest part of something like this. Because a lot of times when I hear other people's creations, and it might be part of how I teach what I teach currently. Like a lot of times when I catch a song draft, I don't really feel like it's on me to give advice because I don't know. I always like letting the artist kind of make some different choices. And like what Eva's saying, that inspiration of creativity is like going, hey, that gets me thinking about something in a different way. That's to me one of the more interesting aspects of, like a songwriter circle or something like that, instead of trying to impose whatever will I think I might have on other artists. Like, hey, let your creativity inspire my creativity. Let's let this stuff grow, and
Yes.
that's always a very cool aspect, to sharing ideas like this.
Yeah, it's important to me to write because it's not that every song is going to be good or anything even remotely. It's not the point. Like the point is just to do it. And
Yeah.
if you don't do it regularly, then right, you'll get backed up. It's more difficult. You feel like it takes more effort. It's not that different from your digestive system. You want to be regular.
Yeah.
You
Get
know.
those song movements out.
Well, because a lot of them are crap, and so
Well, yeah.
to get to
Yeah.
the diamond in the rough, right? The gem among the sand, right?
Yeah.
You got to keep doing it, and like
Yeah.
with life and work and family and responsibilities, I think a song a month is a reasonable goal. You know,
Yeah. I was in a song group. It was called Song a Week. And I actually every week for 4 years, I had a song. And
great.
talking about like getting a process going, whenever you write so much and you get so much, movement, you're excreting so much creativity. You really do learn. And I try to teach this to my students for, the stuff I teach for my day job, but approach creativity like a knob. A lot of people say, oh, you got to find your switch or you got to be gifted. It's like, no, you practice, kind of like practice working out so you can run or lift or do
Yeah.
whatever your job training is requiring. You practice so you can just execute. And likewise with creativity, with songs, once you write like 50 a year for a few years, it's like, oh, you can just get that idea out. But then more importantly, you can learn about your process. And when you find those songs that aren't turds, because that's a whole other skill set. But you find those ones, it's like, hey, those aren't just peanuts in there. There's some diamonds in that one. And you can hone it down. You can
Yeah.
put the get the bidet spray to, I'll quit with the metaphors after this, but yeah, get the bidet spray on it to knock the chunks out of the way so you can get to the good stuff.
Ah,
Yeah, this is me
I'm so,
without much sleep.
right
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
Same.
Wow.
Okay. Very
I like that metaphor. I really like that.
So everybody stay tuned for the next version of Songwriters Round where we're going to do some electronic game music.
Cool.
All right. So we'll see you next time. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.